So it means that this dress of Surat al-Yasin in this month is that Prophet and Allah dressed the students to become inheritors of the reality of Siratal Mustaqim. And as a result, what do these again we said these are the ulum of khawas, not normal people. But normal people, their understanding of Siratal Mustaqim is what? A knife, a blade. And they describe this blade is so sharp that as soon as you start to walk on it, you cut right in half and goes straight through the blade. But not the one whom is the blade, right? So then those whom inherit from this character, this now goes into the understanding of energy. Why holy people agitate people? Because they're a knife, they're a blade inheriting from the reality of Siratul Mustaqim, right? They talk and they can slice somebody in half. Not their soul, because the soul is receiving an ecstasy from their talk. But the outer form, because what does the Jahannam burn? It doesn't burn your soul. The soul is pure from the oceans of Allah. So the concept of walking Siratul Mustaqim and heading towards Jahannam, Jahannam burns only the possession and combustible product. So the bad character takes on like a form, all the desires take on a form. All of that is burned by the fire. So the moth, that's why awliyaullah be like the moth that go to the flame. Have you seen a moth, these poor creatures? They actually go to the fire and they start to burn. They're so attracted to the flame, they forgot that they're going to burn. So awliya say, why you don't be like that? As soon as your testing becomes tough, as soon as your life becomes hard, no, this is not for me, what's not for you? You want to burn in Jahannam? You want that fire? Or Allah's ni'mat and barakah and blessings for the believer is do your burning in dunya. Let the possessions burn, let the bad character burn away, let all these bad things go so that these desires go and all that's left. What was the end of Abida Parveen song? Why are you going from fire to fire? No, be the fire. Means bring that ishq within yourself and you'll warm yourself. It won't be sadness anymore, it won't be difficulties and horrific. People are emailing, oh, I just want to kill myself. What are you talking about crazy talk like that? From your dunya you want to kill yourself? Because your dunya is bad, people have bothered you, you didn't understand then the path. People are bothering you is because you represent the Siratul Mustaqim. If people loving you and praising you on dunya, you did something wrong, right? If dunya people think you're like fantastic, you got to be the person we want to be with, you did something wrong. You're not a Siratul Mustaqim, right? Because they're attracted to you. But when they understand this, oh hell and religion, oh, this is scary for us. And then keep the straight and narrow because it's a sword. So when Prophet is giving somebody to inherit from lights and blessings, the light understanding is that you're being dressed by lights. As a result of these lights, they come against all the badness within people. That people are vehicles and containers for badness and they just don't understand it. You can explain 1,000 times and they still yell and scream and get all sorts of crazy character because they don't understand who you are. That when you're a light and you carry an immense amount of light within you, and people by their nature, let's say a person goes to the mall, you think you went home back regular? No. You picked up a lot of passengers with you, all the jinn, all the ifrit, everything attached itself to you. You deal with patients, all day long their sickness is jumping onto you. because you're like a light bulb sitting there. And have you ever seen a light bulb on a dark summer night? Oh, the mosquitoes come, the moths come, the difficulty. So when you're being dressed by lights in these associations or at home, on the internet, wherever people are, if they don't understand the system, then they just emailing, I want to kill myself, nobody likes me, nobody wants to talk to me, my family. Well, definitely family don't like you. How could they like you? Unless they're all sitting in the same room doing zikr. But if they're not, what's going to happen? They're going to go out, they're going to get all sorts of shayateen on them, and every time they see you, not the person and the soul, the shaitans on them, wow, like the vampire movies. That's why I said there's a isharat in everything. Take out the not polite scenes and nasty things, that's not what we're talking about. But if you watch a vampire movie, your pure heart should show you what Allah is teaching with you. He says that the demons, they don't like sunshine, and the shams and the sun of somebody's heart with the ishq and the love of Allah and the love of Sayyidina Muhammad, they're like bright stars on a dark night. They're exactly like the vampire movie. Everybody has their vampires and their demons, and as soon as you enter in the room, you're burning us, you're burning us. You've seen the movies, they scream, they can do every evilness, but that light hits them, they're burning and they're running, they're getting angry. And that's the best understanding, to understand what pious people do to people. They burn them just by the presence. If they look at them, they'll burn them significantly more. And that's why you see in the movies, what you looking at? Put your eyes down, because that's a demon talk like that. The demon within that person doesn't want the eyes. So many times they try to take the eyes of pious people out, God forbid. Why? Because they have immense power in their eye. There's an immense power in your reality. So your mere presence is glowing light. So everybody going to be angry with you. That is the moth to the flame. This is not a philosophy class. You should have known that it's real. That the lights that are being put upon your soul are immense lights. From the immensity of Allah's dressing and love for Sayyidina Muhammad, as a result, everywhere you go, people get angered by your presence. People don't want to, even people who think they're purified, they are more purified than the other people, and they aggravate those people. Because there's even levels. There may be so pure from the zikr, they still have demons inside them, and there may be someone who's much more purified and they become aggravated by them. And that is the reality. Back to Siratul Mustaqim, if people don't like to hear about energy, that is the Siratul Mustaqim. As soon as they speak their tongue, like a blade, it hits people and cuts their demons, and the demon wants to turn the TV off, I don't want to watch this, I don't want to hear this. Why you don't want to hear it? Because they want to live in their ignorance, and they don't want their soul and their body, don't hear him and follow his way. He's burning us. When he looks at us, he's burning us. When he speaks, he's cutting us. And that's the reality of Siratul Mustaqim. That's the reality and the ni'mat of Allah, that if they cut enough and bring enough light into the person, then what happens? Their badness begins to go. And the ishq and the love for Sayyidina Muhammad, and that's what Surat Al-Zalzalah. That have you seen what something hidden inside you comes out? Only by the shaking and the quaking. So that's why Allah in last day is going to fill the earth with zilzalah, right? Shake and bake them all. And if there's anything good in them, let's see if it comes out. But the majlis of awliyaullah and those whom inherit from them, they're doing it on a spiritual means. That they teach, they talk, and their talk are like a sword that cut through all the fat, all the rubbish, all the fakeness, and go straight into their heart. And if they cut enough with the teaching, then what comes out is a love and ishq of Prophet. We pray that Allah dress us with an understanding. Those whom emailing they can't live anymore, and the dramatic talk of all these things, you have to either get psychological help and medicine, because if something's wrong with the mental faculty, this is not a mental hospital. So we can't help anybody who's missing anything from medical advice or medicine. But as far as if it's spiritual, then you have to understand this is the testing. The people are just going to be aggravated by the presence, people are not going to understand that type of light, and as a result they begin to talk bad, talk negative. If you were looking for a path in which people would praise you, this is not the one.